by step. Go into detail of the reality triangle. And before we do that, please allow me to review what we have learned, what we have shared, have discussed with each other the last few days, the last few sessions. Just a minute, share the screen. Okay. Great. Let's see. My window is freeze a little bit. Oops. Okay. There we go. It should be fine. Yeah. Okay, so the last few sessions we have discussed about the origin, the root cause, or we have been exploring the origin, root cause within us, the cause and effects, or the causality, okay, especially the cause and effect of human life. And we have delved into the formula of the root cause of life and the human energetic structure. So, the formula of the root cause of life tells us that the seeds within us are the mental images in our mind, and good seeds within us are the beautiful mental images in our mind. Okay, or the beautiful mental images in our mind. So, in the scientific perspective, we have the root cause formula of life. The root cause formula of life. And in the root cause formula of life, we know that the good seeds within us are the beautiful mental images of in mind. Okay, so beautiful mental image in mind. The image in mind. Image in mind. And if we want is good cause, good root cause within us, is the good seeds within us. Good seed or good cause is the beautiful, say beautiful image in mind. And the religious point of view, religious point of view, we have the human energetic structure. Human energetic structure. And within and the human energetic structure shows us that the whole karma and the 3 deeds, okay? The 3 deeds determine the seeds within us. Okay? And if we want to have the good seed, then we need to accumulate. We need to accumulate good deeds, and merit. Accumulate good deed and merit. So, although the total karma is accumulated similarly in terms of consciousness, conditions, and result, in terms of knowledge, affinity, and result, the state of the electromagnetic of yin and yang, and the electromagnetic radiant, which is the balanced energies, will determine whether desirable or undesirable result will manifest. So understanding this perspective, the electromagnetic blocks of bad deeds, good deeds, and merit represent the seeds within us. So the good seeds within us are the good deeds and merit. So we have understood these 2 factors already. Okay, and today we will explore from a motor perspective. We will explore from the motor perspective. Motor's perspective. So where does root cause of life begin in the moral perspective, and what is the origin cause within us? So this is an extremely important session. Anyone who thoroughly understands this session can consider that what we have explored in the past session has officially begun. So if today is a day of thorough understanding, we will have a very special key to unlock the gate into our inner mind. Okay, right. So right now we are at the gate. Okay, at the entrance. Okay, but after this session, we will have the key to unlock it and go inside. So understanding today means entering the courtyard of the inner mind. So this knowledge is called the reality triangle. So we have the reality triangle. The reality triangle. Okay, so we're going to draw a triangle, and the right corner represents material. So we have material on the right corner. The top corner represents energy. And the left corner represents information. Okay, so there is a concept I need to help with. So the language of the inner being is called the the material manifestation. Okay, we have the term called material manifestation. Material manifestation. Material manifestation, which means to express some element outwardly. Okay, it means that to express some element outwardly. So for example, if we have a piece of gold.
Cô ơi, cô
Hello,
nói cái câu này
Mai.
tiếng Việt giùm em đi. Cô dịch cái câu này tiếng Việt giùm em đi.
Biểu hiện vật chất.
Oh, ok, thank you cô.
Yeah.
Biểu hiện, cảm ơn cô.
Okay. So, biểu hiện vật chất nha. Biểu hiện vật chất nghĩa là gì? Nghĩa là bộc lộ ra ngoài yếu tố nào đó. Bộc lộ ra ngoài yếu tố nào đó.
Biết ơn cô.
So, for example, chào cô Mai. We have for example, just example, okay? This is a piece of gold and this is a piece of lead. Right. So we have a piece of gold and a piece of lead. So one side is gold and the other side is lead. So if I say that the material manifestations of gold is different from the material manifestation of lead, biểu hiện vật chất của vàng khác với biểu hiện vật chất của chì. We understand this, right? So if I just say that gold is different from lead, it's too vague. Nếu mà chị nói là vàng khác với chì thì nó không có rõ lắm. Mà mình nói là the material manifestation of gold is different from the material manifestation of lead. That's very clear, right? So, how are gold and lead different? Okay, now we can say that, they're different in color, they're different in luster, they're different in shape, they're different in hardness, okay, etc. So, now we talk about the material, the tangible stuff. Okay, stop. Let's talk about us as human. Okay, if I say that a successful person and a failed person have different material manifestation. Okay, the successful person and a failed person have different material manifestation, or the material manifestation of a sick person is different from of a healthy person. Okay, so from now on there is a concept called material manifestation. Hello cô Huỳnh Mai. Chúng ta có cô Mai Huỳnh và cô Huỳnh Mai. Hai cô ở hai thế giới khác nhau. So, the material, biểu hiện vật chất, material manifestation. Okay. Let's take another example. If I ask you if you like something, and then I observe your material manifestations which don't show anything that indicates liking, and yet you say you like it, then it basically contradicts what we are discussing. Okay. Ví dụ như là mình nói chuyện với nhau mà An Trang hỏi là cả nhà có thích cái gì, cái này không? Cả nhà lại nói là thích, nhưng mà lại không có cái biểu hiện vật chất gì là thích cả. Hay là An Trang hỏi cả nhà có hiểu không, mà không có một biểu hiện vật chất nào là hiểu cả. Không có thể hiện ra biểu hiện vật chất gì hết ha, thì không thể nào nói là mình thích hay là mình hiểu được hết. Bởi vì không có cái sự biểu hiện vật chất. Hiểu không cả nhà? Rồi, so sometimes we as a human being we contradict what we think and what we say, right? Well, sometimes we say that we like it, but then it contradict what we are discussing. We don't really like it, but we do say we like it. So occasionally, you know, I'm gonna ask like, show me your material manifestation. Okay. Our master often said to everyone to show the material manifestation. Thỉnh thoảng thì mình nghe thầy có nói là biểu hiện vật chất cả nhà. So this means to express some element outwardly. Express some element outwardly. So from now on, this is a concept called material manifestation. And the material is the right corner of our triangle. Okay. So, do the material manifestation of a person who is suffering differ from those of a person who is joyful? They do, right? There's a big difference. Hello, welcome Ngọc Hân. It will be New Year Eve when Ngọc Hân leave. Hôm nay là giao thừa ha. So, why do we use the term material manifestation? Tại sao chúng ta lại dùng cái từ biểu hiện vật chất? Because if we use the term material manifestation, we can understand what needs to be changed. If we only say gold is different from lead, okay, it's a bit vague. It's not very clear. We don't know what should be changed. Okay, but if we're saying the material manifestation of gold, it's different from lead, then we know what should be changed. Yeah. Nếu mà mình chỉ nói vàng khác với chì thì nó không có rõ về cái việc nếu mà mình muốn thay đổi nó thì nó không có rõ cần phải thay đổi cái gì. Nhưng mà nếu là mình nói gì biểu hiện vật chất của vàng khác với chì thì mình biết ngay là mình cần phải thay đổi cái gì. Nếu như mà mình muốn thay đổi, mình cũng phải thay đổi cái biểu hiện vật chất, phải không? Đó. So all external material manifestations depend entirely on the energy content in those materials and the information content in those materials determined. Okay, so information determined the energy. Information determine the energy, and information combined with the energy will determine the material manifestations of stuff. Hello, Trần Lý Cẩm Trần. Welcome to the session. So, all external material manifestation depend entirely on the energy and the information inside that determines the material manifestation. Okay. For example, gold. We have gold and we have lead. So gold and lead have different material manifestation. If we don't understand this, we might ask why they are different and talk about the color, the hardness, etc. because we don't understand what's the difference. Okay, so if we understand things scientifically, it is because the energy emitted from within lead and gold is different. So the material are different and hence the material manifestation are different. Okay. Nếu mình hiểu về vạn vật theo góc nhìn của khoa học thì bởi vì bên trong chì và bên trong vàng phát ra cái nguồn năng lượng khác nhau, nên có vật chất khác nhau, nên biểu hiện vật chất cũng khác nhau ha. Vật chất khác nhau cho nên biểu hiện vật chất cũng khác nhau. Material are different, hence the material manifestation also different. So we use the terms material manifestation to understand that everything we see outside just an external material manifestation. Okay, if we focus too much on changing the external, we cannot change the root cause. We cannot change the inside. Okay, we cannot change the root cause. So it is good to change the external, but we must understand the root cause to make meaningful changes. Okay, thay đổi bên ngoài thì cũng được thôi, nhưng mà chúng ta cần phải thay đổi cái nhân bên trong thì cái thay đổi nó mới lâu bền được ha. For example, someone who is sick but tried outwardly show the signs of being healthy, and with the internal energies of a sick person, but trying to display material manifestation of a healthy person. Okay, so do you think that is unstable? Okay, it never lasts long, right? It is not sustainable. Ví dụ một người bệnh đi, mà đi ra bên ngoài gặp gỡ mọi người thì cố biểu hiện là mình là người khỏe, thì cái biểu hiện đó nó sẽ không có bền, không có lâu dài được ha. For so any external material energy, okay, any external material manifestation contains within it a certain source of energy. For instance, when people search for mines, khi mà con người ta đi tìm kiếm các quặng mỏ cả nhà. When people search for mines, they use a detector. A detector is a machine that will detect whenever there is a certain metals has been found. Okay? Cái máy dò. And each different sound identify a different types of metal underground. Okay. So are you aware of it? Cả nhà có biết là cái máy dò thì mỗi khi mà nó dò ra một loại kim loại khác nhau thì nó sẽ phát ra những tiếng khác nhau. Are you aware of this? Okay. So any object emits its own energies. Mỗi một vật nó phát ra cái nguồn năng lượng riêng ha. Any object emits its own energy, vibration frequency, and determine the material manifestation formed by that energy. Mỗi một vật đều có nguồn năng lượng, cái tần số rung động năng lượng riêng của nó, và nó quyết định cái vật chất theo năng lượng đó mà hình thành. Any object emits its own energy, and the frequencies of energies are the vibration energy, vibration frequency determine the material manifestation formed by that energy. So then then people start questioning, why is it that source of energy exists? Okay, and it leads them to study its molecular structure. The inside structure, which in physics they say molecular. Okay. Thì con người bắt đầu đặt câu hỏi là cái nguồn năng lượng này từ đâu mà có, và nó dẫn họ đến cái việc tìm hiểu về cái cấu trúc bên trong. And they discovered that the arrangement of information within its molecules and atoms determines the energy it contains. Thì khi mà người ta nghiên cứu sâu hơn thì người ta phát hiện là cách sắp xếp thông nên nó có cái nguồn năng lượng đó. So by studying why gold and lead differ in energy, they find that the molecular structure of gold is different from the molecular structure of lead. So we can conclude that the material manifestation of objects changes due to different internal information structures, resulting in different energy. Okay, so the material manifestation of an object changes due to different internal information structures, resulting in different energy. Okay, so the difference between lead and gold in terms of material manifestations is due to their different energies. And deeper than that, is it due to the different internal information structures? So, the differences in all things lie in different information structures. Sự khác nhau ở vạn vật là nằm ở cấu trúc thông tin khác nhau, which lead to different energies and different materials. Okay, so instead of just looking at the external material manifestations and thinking only about the different materials and trying to change them, we should understand more deeply. And how deep it is? That deep is down to energies and information. And over time, the world has talked a lot about energy, so we try to change our energy in order to change our material reality. Okay. Material reality, cái biểu hiện thực biểu hiện bên ngoài ha. Material reality. Hello, welcome cô Thu Thảo. Okay,
Morning. Sorry, I cannot turn on my camera.
It's alright. We're talking about the reality triangle, and we are explaining the material manifestations of an object. Inside of them, they have the source of energies, and deeper inside, they are different from the internal information structure. So the external material manifestation and internal information structure, okay, they are different. Okay, so many people start learning how rich people behave to achieve their material manifestation by changing their energy state to resemble that of wealthy people. Có những người ta bắt đầu bắt đầu nghiên cứu là tại sao mà những người giàu, những cái người giàu họ có biểu hiện như thế nào để họ có những cái hành động gì ha, để mà có được cái biểu hiện thói quen gì để mà có cái biểu hiện vật chất của một người giàu, đạt được sự giàu có á, thì họ đã bắt đầu thay đổi cái nguồn năng lượng bên trong để bắt chước những người giàu như vậy. However, over time, people realize that no matter what they change, if the internal information doesn't change, the old energy will return. Nhưng mà qua thời gian tìm hiểu thì người ta nhận ra là dù có thay đổi cái gì đi, nguồn năng lượng như thế nào đi nữa, mà cái thông tin bên trong nó không có thay đổi thì sao? Thì cái nguồn năng lượng cũ lại tái lại. Ha. So, do you agree that is if the information doesn't change, the energy won't change and the material manifestation will remain the same? Cả nhà có đồng ý là nếu mà cái nguồn năng lượng bên trong, cái nguồn thông tin bên trong mà không đổi ha, thì nguồn năng lượng cũng không đổi và biểu hiện vật chất cũng quay lại như cũ không? Do you agree with that? Do you agree that if the information doesn't change, or the internal information doesn't change, the energy won't change and the material manifestation will remain the same? Yes, thank you. Okay. So, it is possible to change the material manifestation of lead, okay? And for example, this is lead, okay? This is lead to resemble gold. Okay, is it possible? Is it? Okay. First, we have to ask: is it possible to change the material manifestation of lead to resemble the material manifestation of gold? And fortunately for us, the scientists have answered that questions. After many years of research and practice, they alter the internal information structure of lead, started to change its energies, and eventually transform lead into gold. Okay, eventually transform lead into gold. And they proved to the world that everything can be transformed into something else if we change the internal information. And apparently that research had took them a long time and too much money, so they don't actually do that anymore. Okay, but that research has been proven. Okay, is it proven that that lead has can become gold when we change the internal information of lead, okay, in order for it to turn into gold. So from that research, scientists has proved to the world that everything can be transformed into something else if we change the internal information. Okay, so scientists have changed the internal information of cow dung and turned it into meat for human consumption. And that's happened in Japan, which is now sold in many restaurants around the world. This information gives us special hope. What is give us special hope? You know what hope is that? A sick person now can be transformed into a healthy person if their energy changes and their deep internal information changes. And a failure can be transformed into a successful person if they can change their energies and their internal information, okay, within them. And a person who is suffering can be transformed into a joyful person if they can change the information within themselves. Yeah, so we know that everything can be changed if we change the internal information and the energy. So the material outside will change. Okay, so there's a questions here. What is the information within us? Because we want to change, right? We have to go to the deep end, okay, to go to the root cause or the origins of it in order to change the material, right? Okay, and here we want to change the information. So what is the information within us? What is the information within us? Thông tin bên trong con người chúng ta là gì cả nhà? What is the information within us? What is the internal information within us? Okay. The information within us is what we know, what we believe, and what we comprehend. What we understand. 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 What we know, what we believe, what we understand. This is the reality triangle. What we know, what we believe, and what we understand. So what we know, what we believe, and what we understand represent the information within us and the reality of our lives. Okay. When we mention anything, how we know it, how we believe it, and how we understand it represent the information within us about it and the reality of our lives about it. If we replace it, okay, with any subject, for example, it means that when we talk about something, how we know it, how we believe it, and how we understand it represent the information within us about it and the reality of our lives about it. For example, okay, when we mention happiness, okay, now we replace it, okay, with something else, and that is happiness. When we mention happiness, how we know about happiness, how we believe in happiness, and how we understand happiness represent the information within us about happiness and the reality of our happiness. Khi nhắc đến hạnh phúc, chúng ta biết như thế nào về hạnh phúc, tin như thế nào về hạnh phúc, hiểu như thế nào về hạnh phúc, đại diện cho thông tin bên trong con người chúng ta về hạnh phúc và đại diện cho hiện thực cuộc sống hạnh phúc của chúng ta. So when we mentioned health, how we know about health, how we believe in health, and how we understand health represents the information within us about health and the reality about health. Okay. When we mentioned money, okay, and this topic is often been discussed in the new year. Đây là chủ đề rất là phổ biến trong năm mới ha. When we mention money, how we know about money, how we live in money, and how we understand money represent the information within us about money and the reality of our money's life. Okay. So when we mentioned marriage, when we mentioned about marriage, how we know about marriage, how we believe in marriage, how we comprehend marriage, and how we understand marriage represent the information within us about marriage and the reality of our marriage life. And when we mentioned inner peace, okay, inner peace, an vui, inner peace, how we believe in, how we know about inner peace, how we believe in inner peace, and how we understand an inner peace represent the information within us about inner peace and the reality of our inner peace life. And when we mentioned about children, how we know about children, how we believe in children, and how we understand children represent the information within us about children and the reality of our children. Okay. Or when we mentioned husband, okay, or wife, husband or wife, how we know about husband or wife, how we believe in husband or wife, how we understand husband or wife represent the information within us